the problem I have with Wheezy is what kind of mind would think that I want to fuck my goddaughter?
I could answer.
And I'm not asking for your answer. This is my turn to
Everybody
talk.
told me that. I didn't come up with that on my own. Everybody told me that.
So you just...
Then I heard what you said, and you said, my daughter has a nice ass. So I inferred what that could mean.
No. Which...
Hold on now. Did you say that your daughter has a nice ass or whatever for him?
Yes, he did. It's on screen, him saying that. Okay, what did you say, John? Spin your way out of this one.
There is no spin. What they did, BK took a picture of her off her Facebook page. What they said was she looks like Jennifer Lopez. And I said she looks a lot better than Jennifer Lopez. And out of this, I guess...
It wasn't better. You guys were talking about her butt.
Wheezy.
You were talking about her butt.
No. Liar. Go away. Shut up.
Hey, wait.
So,
in all honesty, though, rate that ass between 1 and 10.
10.
So is 10. BK a fucking...
Why does that look like Jennifer Lopez baking in the sun?
That is a nice booty, right, Cor?
That looks better than Jennifer Lopez baking in the sun.
That's gross.
But it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my God.
Good luck, Wheezy.
Thank you, Brain. You're banned for the show forever, unfortunately. For some, fortunately for a lot of others. But thank you. I'm still going to let you tell me good luck every week. I feel like it is good luck. We have Charmin back. Thank you, Charmin. I'm glad that we have connected back again. Thank you, Elisa. And no hard feelings. I want everybody to know there's zero hard feelings, and me and Charmin love each other, and we're going to keep on going forward.
Yep.
Right?
And it's good for people to have little tips and then still work it out and be friends. And you can't have conflict resolution without conflict. So thank you. I'm sorry I overreacted last week.
Don't be sorry. And you notice that even though we had a disagreement, we weren't at each other's throats at all during the whole time because we're both mature adults.
Neither one of us had to falsely accuse each other of being pedophiles. Neither one of us had to call the police on each other. You didn't insult my parenting skills. I didn't call you out for your red hair. We were just normal people.
Yeah, it was nice. I agree. So thank you. We have our friend T-Bob. What a great performance you had today on the show with your singing.
No, I
couldn't
like
believe
what you
it.
just did with your live stream here. That was dead on target. He was talking about his daughter's ass, and he got caught in that lie, and that's just all there is to it.
Yeah, I just wanted.
And he rated his own daughter's ass at 10.
Yeah, isn't that bizarre? And for him to call me a liar when I was simply pointing out the facts, shame on him. And I'm glad that.
Oh yeah, you caught me. Go away.
I'm glad in real time that it was all there. Bruce, if you would like to come up, I will post this StreamYard.
Yeah, no, and I think it's really awkward, and I think you could hear it in the other men's voices in that clip, because as soon as he said something about his daughter, the other men were like, "Oh, okay, that's weird." Right? When other men go, "That's weird."
Right, I agree with you.
And there has to be a better way to compliment the beauty of your children without it coming across weird.
Well, and it came out on the show today just how creepy indeed that John really is, because Erica came out with a bombshell, and I thought it was true, but then I never heard her really come out and say it. But I mean, shame on you, John. Publicly, I'm going to say shame on you. Pay attention to your wife. Don't do this to your wife. Publicly, it's shaming her. You need to feed your chickens, because I know that that's what she's been doing this whole time. You need to pet your dog, go for a walk, and stop drinking, John. That's the last we'll talk about John, but that's what he needs to do. I don't even like the guy, but that's some great advice for him to live by. But yeah, it's just sad.
And I'm really glad the 13th step came up today, because it's something people really don't know about or talk about. And it is kind of a dark part of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it needs more attention.
I agree. Bruce, you did a great job on the show today too. How did you feel about your performance?
I don't know. I guess I did pretty good.
Yeah, even Maddie's telling you did a great job. Did you like
Yeah,
the
you
show
did.
today?
Yeah, actually I did. Yeah, enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think Lisa did a great job with just like juggling the 50 fucking things that were going on at the same time. A normal Erica, a crazy Erica, back to a normal Erica, brain being absolutely atrocious and then fucking nice and made sense for a second and then atrocious again.
Well, he donated $50.
Twice.
Twice?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't understand.
I donated $4.99 so that he would shame me, but he didn't shame me.
I noticed that.
I was like, if I donate $4.99, he will definitely shame me.
Right, and nothing.
He did
nothing.
not fall into my trap at all.
No, and I understand that they're in Discord acting up already, so it'll be a long week for sure. Yes, they like to put on a show and be the center of attention.
For anybody that doesn't know, last night Witz was on a rampage on his show. That's where that link or that clip that I just showed happened. And they streamed for quite a while, but he was talking about his big plans to rename his channel Kermit and Friends, and stream today during the real Kermit and Friends. Right. But that was all thwarted when somebody reported his show for hate and violence, and now he can't stream.
Good.
So
I do want to say that Rick can actually be a really nice guy, when he's not being a bad guy.
I like Rick.
I've seen Rick be a really nice guy. John is still I'm still up in there about him, but I've seen him be a good guy at times. Harry can be a really good guy if he's not on Team Hate. But I want to open the door with this question. Bruce, you got an okay house, but this lady right here has got one hell of a nice house. Would you be willing to move to Florida and move your business that you own to Florida?
Now, Bob, you found a house I don't own anymore. I don't own that house anymore. Remember, I'm in a rental. The house you found was.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know.
Remember I walked away from money because I didn't like the way I was being treated by a man with money.
No, I thought we do have a question. The other house in the other state you own.
This is a good question. And only
Ohio. I wish I would have kept Ohio. God, I miss the house.
Right, Ohio. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I miss the Ohio house.
Only Sherman could answer this.
For that question. But she does want to live in Florida. So would you be willing to restructure your life in Florida?
Well, let's say
I could do that. Yeah.
Down the street, would you go on a date with Bruce if he was your neighbor?
Absolutely, if he was my neighbor, especially after this last week, we would absolutely go on a date after this last week.
Right on.
Like this guy got terrorized.
Look at that smile.
This guy got terrorized this week because of being nice to me. He absolutely deserves a date after that. And I have friends in Portland, Oregon. Next time I get that far west,
would you ask him to shave or trim his beard or anything special?
No, I wouldn't ask him. I like a beard. I'm glad that he has a beard. That's all that's important to me. He's got to keep it up and keep it soft. That's all I care about.
As long as that
I'm not a big fan of the super long. I'm a big fan of the 300 Leonidas thing, right? That is the preferred beard shape for all men. All men should be doing whatever that thing is. That's the gig. That's what I like.
This is a beardy panel. This is a pretty beardy panel.
It's good stuff for me. Yeah. It's a very beardy panel.
I've had my beard like that, but I don't really care for it that much. Just too much.
Yeah,
mine is really short right now.
I don't like it when it
my
goes like
beard
that.
is so short right now. I can't wait till it grows back out.
Yeah, when it's too long, I think Bob's beard is too long. I've tried to talk Bob into trimming his beard up several times for many months. He just completely ignores me. He did make a promise to dye it red, white, and blue once, and I'm still waiting.
I am going to do that eventually. I've been busy though, and but I am going to give it a little trim. Little trim that will help it grow out faster and better.
I want to talk about one thing that's important before I forget. Now, we all heard Wendy call. Nobody wants to hear Wendy upset. She was crying.
We have to talk to Wendy.
Wendy is being controlled by Rob.
Correct.
She's completely being controlled by Witz. She doesn't even realize it because he's doing it tactfully. The only reason she was all worked up today was because of Wits In. He was in her ear the whole time. She loves Brain. Brain got kicked off of this show, so Wits In was up in her, and he was saying, "Oh, they're even kicking Brain off the show." That was Wits In at work against Wendy, which is pathetic at best.
Well, but I feel really bad about Wendy because a lot of these problems between Brain and I started at Wendy's show just before Thanksgiving. Wendy invited me to be on her show, and I showed up, and Brain showed up too. And there was drama that day. Somebody, I think Rev, was arguing with me, and Brain offered to pay $200 to have him kicked. And Wendy immediately kicked Rev. And so we all got onto Brain and made Brain pay Wendy immediately. Now, he promised to pay $200 to kick Rev, but he only actually donated $150. And then throughout the rest of the show, he insulted everybody because they didn't make donations to her show, and he did. And it turned into a drama. He actually was incredibly rude to some Aussies. And those, when we left the show, the Aussies followed Brain and I over to the Kermit and Friends Discord chat.
I remember that's when Brain lost his shit with you.
Well, it's the night before Thanksgiving, and it's a big event in our community, right? Because Brain had openly confessed his love for me and taken himself off the market just before my birthday. We started a wrap-up show together. It was supposed to be Beauty and the Brain. And then Erica showed up with her boobs, and he ran and did this back and forth thing. And he was actually dating Erica at the time. And
now,
he and I were sneaking around together.
I enjoyed her boobs too.
Everybody enjoyed her boobs. They're fabulous boobs.
Before I even talked to her, she sent me a picture of her boobs in my inbox. I never even PM anybody. And her tits were right
She's
there.
sending her boobs around. How's she going to report me for showing other people her boobs on a private Discord?
She's very proud of her boobs, and so she and Brain and I had already had this little like love triangle thing taking place, and Brain was publicly dating Erica, but privately we were talking and fooling around together, and we had spent all day Wednesday together. And I popped over into Discord, and you, Wheezy, had made a comment about where's Brain, where'd he go? And so I told Brain to go to Discord and play with his friends. And neither Brain or I knew it, but the Aussies had showed up in Discord, and they were waiting for both of us. Right. And as soon as I said, hi, nice to meet you, Brain exploded and lost his cool. He thought I set him up to be attacked by the Aussies. I didn't even know the Aussies were there. They were mad over the donation drama at Wendy's, and it was just like, ugh. Meanwhile, Erica's like, hey, where you been? Why ain't you been talking to me? And
oh my goodness. Yeah,
well, because he was with me.
I have a
he was mine first, and she stole him from me. I don't care what she says.
I want to point out that this show and the last show is like night and day on Kermit Friends since the old frog got fired.
Yeah, I don't know who the new frog is, but I like the new frog.
Let me
Just
ask you
the
a
fact
question,
that there is a frog.
Charmin. This is an important question. And I don't understand. That's the only reason I'm asking. Why do girls like Brain?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I literally, I don't know because he's horrible.
Says it's money, but I don't think he has money.
I don't think he has any money. Right. And I think there's some sympathy that goes there because he's so miserable and he insults himself so often.
And he's not stupid. People call him stupid. He's not.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly how to play on your strings. And I've heard it explained on a couple of other streams in the last month or two. Guys, they might be mean to all women, but they're deliberately nice to one girl because they want her to feel like she's special. And I think that's what he did to me. You know, I knew that he had some problems with Avi, and I knew that I didn't really like the way he treated Avi, but he was always really nice to me. And Coach Love and I had talked about him several times. She really thought that he was the kind of guy who would be defensive of me and protective of me.
I like Avi.
He always said nice things about me, And he came to all my streams and was very polite and respectful to me. And, you know, I had that week. It was like a really rough 2 weeks for me. Kathy was on the show, and then AW was on the show, and then Coach Love interviewed me about my assault.
I felt betrayed when you went and started talking to Brain.
No.
I was hurt.
You know, and I really liked a lot of the things that he said to me, and and there was a bunch of synchronicities too.
He's worried about if we moved in together, I'd have Trump posters up all over the place.
Yeah, it would definitely not happen.
That would be a recipe for disaster, Bob.
It would be a recipe for disaster. I married Republicans twice. It didn't work out either time. I think I'm just going to stay single forever because...
Not a Republican. I'm a people's person.
Bob, stop interrupting Charmin, poor thing.
Yeah, but it was really emotional for me because I'd had a really big doctor's appointment and I was sharing all this private, personal, painful information. And he was feeding into that. You know, he understood... And he was very sympathetic to me. And that was really important to me. And it was obviously all a lie. It was obviously all a trick. That first week that we did our wrap-up show together, Erica was calling me in Discord while I was live on the air doing the wrap-up show. It was clearly all a trick. And I just fell into it because I believed the same ploy that guys do to girls, right? They pretend to be nice to them, pretend to like them, and then they show you who they really are.
Okay.
Bob, talk about what happened.
To understand Erica, all you got to do is understand that she's a girl that likes dickly. I mean, she likes a lot of dickly. If she had 5 guys with her right now at the same time, she couldn't be happier.
I'm
a dickly kind of girl, and that makes her happy in life. Now, with that said, she's calmed down with her maturity. She's dating Brain, and I think Brain is one of those, I don't know, what do you call them? Freaky dudes that keeps the sex life active, watching other guys interact with her.
Do you think that's what the deal was this week with Jim and Jack and that whole she's sleeping with his best friend thing?
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. And I think Brain has been watching everybody this whole time while she's live streaming with her.
Brain knows that I'm one of the few guys that has not had sex with Erica on camera.
Like
I have not either.
Yeah.
Bob, you showed her your wiener and you watched her play with her, and she was licking her own nipples, sucking them, in fact.
That is a skill.
She could do that, and she goes, "Yeah, you want to see us?"
And you did not look enthused. I saw you in the upper left corner, and you were just going like this.
Like you've seen this show before,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Bob up in the corner.
Brain has said that's what rich guys do. They get a girl and they pass her around, and this is just the thing. And that's not for me. That's not the kind of thing I'm interested. I'm very selfish. I can only deal with one man at a time.
Yeah.
Check. Right. Wappy, I'm sorry about the end of the show, dude. What happened?
Oh, right. Let me know if the echo's too bad. I don't know. That was obviously like an internet problem because
it's still happening.
Still happening.
It's like really jittery.
Wow.
Yeah, your audio. I've never heard you've always have great audio.
Always
but today
great
it's
audio.
not good. It almost sounds like a buffering problem.
I bet you something's not plugged in right. Need to turn a cord.
No, it's some kind of internet problem. Like, I don't know. I'm going to try to restart everything and see if I can fix it.
Okay, if we can get your audio going, will you please play music for us?
Is my voice in like fast forward as well?
Yeah, it's just not good. But if you reset and you get it back going good, could you play a song for us if we get it going good?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened. Let me just, I'll be back, okay?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Wheezy, Harry's backstage.
Oh, okay, cool. Welcome back, Harry. It's good to see you back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Good.
You got any tips for us today?
Look who we have, a special guest.
Super Tramp.
Everybody.
Greatest beard on YouTube.
He had the best stream the other day.
Last night or night before? Was it last night? Night before.
This is the night before, I think.
Yeah, it was the Lego stream, and it was great. Johnny B was there, and it was just
love
really
Johnny
fun.
B. Can we put a major shout out to the Man Cave Live and Lori for the win and the perfect timing to call in? Goodness gracious, what that girl has been through with Brain. Can you imagine being 17 and then turning 18 and having this guy come at you? Ugh.
Horrible.
I'm 46 and I fell for his crap. An 18-year-old got no chance.
Super Chat, did you like the show today?
I did. I enjoyed it very much. Yeah.
Good. I was glad to see you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realize I never ever invite you to the wrap up, but you're always welcome on the wrap up, of course.
Thank you.
Duh. Harry, it's good to see you back too. It's been too long.
Well, we had the COVID battle for what the hell? How long that last? 2-3 weeks. It's all a blur. And then we had death in the family last Saturday.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Harry.
That we've been dealing with that this week. So
I'm so sorry, buddy.
It's
been a day, and a week, and a couple of weeks, and 3 or 4 weeks. So it's been tough on everybody, and I haven't posted about it. I haven't been on streams talking about it. I popped on a couple of streams for a little while, but that's been about it. But and I haven't been in Discord a whole lot.
Well, that's probably good.
Probably good for you.
That's a good thing lately, especially. It's been pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Discord's been very strange. Plus, we got this new thing taking place in the last couple of days where new accounts show up and they only stay for a minute and then they leave.
Yeah, and they know everything.
That's never happened before, and it's something new, and it's just very strange. Yeah,
I think that was Witz before he decided to just come back in on his regular name. That's what I think.
Well, Charmin had said something in the show today that I wanted to bring up, and correct me if I'm wrong. You had mentioned something about disagreeing with people, but agreeing to disagree. Am I mistaken in how I took what you said?
Well, I'm confident I didn't use the phrase agreeing to disagree. One of the phrases,
you didn't use that.
One of the phrases I like to use repeatedly, and I said it at the beginning of this show. I didn't come up in the last show, but I've said it before. And so we can't have conflict resolution without conflict.
That's true.
Yeah. And so Wheezy and I were talking about our conflict last week and how important it is for us to apologize and be able to move forward.
Mm-hmm. With no digging at each other in between.
Right.
That's like
we
the
didn't
point.
attack each other,
No,
right?
once.
I didn't insult his looks. He didn't insult my obvious flaws, right? He could attack so many things about me if he wanted to, but he chose not to. You know, he said last week that he didn't feel like he had anything to apologize for, and he wasn't going to. He felt like I'd overreacted. And today I said I have overreacted. This is why I overreacted. I was upset. We apologized, and we didn't have to destroy each other during our conflict.
Well, yeah, and I just want to mention this because some people didn't hear me say it. I didn't think I had anything to apologize for, and then I watched it this morning, and I saw when you were in the middle of something, I said, well, what are you going to do? And I got all like shaky and stuff like that. And I would have left
I'm
too.
out.
Yeah, I would have left under that circumstance too. And I didn't remember that that's how it happened. And so I was like, I'm not going to apologize. I didn't do anything wrong. And then I saw that and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's why she left.
And this whole
it's
wrap
all
up
good.
show thing for me has been a big mess since before Halloween, and it is all wrapped around Brain and Erica and this fake love triangle I got drug into. And I am authentically looking for a real relationship, so I thought this opportunity with Brain was going to be something better than what it was. And instead, it has just been the most ridiculous fake drama imaginable, and it was still going on yesterday, and I'm so glad that I made the decision to disconnect myself from this, because he and Erica make statements to me that are violent, and he knows how much it hurts me, and that's why he does it. And he and her both have accused me of things that aren't true, and they're just doing it for content.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Leaf has a great point. Melmo was awesome today. Melmo was
I like
smoking.
Melmo.
Melmo was
dancing. Melmo was wearing shades. He couldn't have been cooler.
We had a bunch of new puppets today. I'm happy to see the return of puppets.
Right. I think Bob really inspired everybody.
Bob's
singing was
I like
wonderful. Bob's singing. He sounds like an angel.
I got new puppets coming out this week.
I was going to ask you, T-Bob, you were talking about 2 weeks ago about new puppet development process you were working on.
Right.
Where are you with that?
Well, if I'm feeling up to it, I'm actually tomorrow going to start making those puppets on my live stream.
Nice.
Good. I like the puppets. I think they're a great addition. I think we should
You're
all
gonna love these.
Yeah, I think we should all make our own little Kermit puppets for the show.
You're gonna see these and you're gonna go, oh my God, look at those puppets. I promise you.
Crystal is not a fan of Bob's puppets. I'm a fan of Bob, but when he's in puppet mode, he couldn't be nicer. He's a sweetheart. He is so creative and great. This is the best version of Bob you can imagine.
He really is. Like he has helped me in so many different ways, right? Like he called me, he sent me a DM one day, and he said, hey, go to your computer, look in this spot. If she's in your computer, this is where she's at. So I got in and I finally got my computer turned on and batteries put in the keyboard and got access to my computer because I hadn't had it plugged in so long. And then I sent him a screenshot of a strange download that took place on my computer November the 2nd. And he pointed straight to Boston Research and he said, that's her. And as I was looking at the rest of those downloads that took place that day, Discord was downloaded onto my PC that day. And I didn't find out about Discord until I came to Kermit and Friends 3 months later.
Oh, interesting.
And I didn't even join Discord for the first time until March of 2021. So the fact that it got downloaded to my computer in November of 2020.
Yeah, that's
why.
Weird.
It was weird. And I don't like my computer. I don't like my phone. I broke down this last week after all the weird electronic stuff last week, and I got a new router. I got a new cell phone, and I paid for an upgraded service with a security package. So I'm really sorry to hear about Wit's-In's problem, but I really hope somebody tries to attack me because supposedly this thing's going to catch them. Right? As soon as I signed into, because I kept my old phone, and I logged into my new network, and it popped up with a privacy warning right away that said there's something monitoring you from this device. And I put it back on airplane mode. I love my new phone so much.
Yeah, I just like feel like if I expose myself, then shame on me, and that's why I don't ever go into a weird link that I'm not supposed to. I don't ever like download a weird program.
Don't answer any weird emails.
I just don't. I stay very much in my lane when it comes to that shit because I don't know how to remove it all.
No, I have the weirdest electronic issues, and weird emails are so minor compared to the other things that I deal with, and I don't talk about everything.
Rip Howard Hesseman, WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Rip, sorry to hear Dr. Johnny Fever died today. Caleb, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, very sad. I was young when that show was on, but I remember it. I'm going to be brain right now.
Oh, and Alicia is so anti.
I liked it a lot. It was video related, radio related. I liked it. That's my brain impression. It was a good show, though. What was that woman's name that was on that?
I can see her face. She was married to Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, she was married to Burt Reynolds.
Gosh, how can I not
remember?
Lonnie
Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson. Address my comment, please, Weezy. Okay, so she feels like puppets misrepresent the content. Puppets are generally funning for kids. I disagree. Puppets can be really rowdy and smoke and cuss and have missing teeth.
I don't like puppets.
And I've seen lots of puppet shows where it was very adult. Back to the 90s, there was puppet shows on television that were very adult themed. She says it's the adult themed Sesame Street. She's not saying, come here, kids, look at the puppets. She's saying it's the adult themed Sesame Street. Correct. So it's very clearly the parents' responsibility to make sure their kids aren't watching anything that's inappropriate. There's so much content out there, including music and videos. It's on the parents to make sure their underage kids are not consuming content that's not for them. It's not up to us to police that upon those kids.
Can you bring my other window up? I want to show you guys this.
But how many cartoons have you seen and watched back as an adult after you saw them as a kid and caught adult jokes that were hidden and the kids never caught it?
Yep.
Like adults have been
Even
participating.
SpongeBob,
yeah, especially SpongeBob. But there's definitely some adult comedy out there. Now, what is all this that we're looking at?
I don't know what we're looking at.
Okay,
Bob wanted me
this
to
right here is a prime example of getting bad email. You get some good. But I never ordered anything from Walmart. So down here, I got a delivery on hold from Walmart. Well, if you look how Walmart is addressed here, Walmart does not address themselves like this.
No, this is a great point, Bob. Pull this up and show people the email address. This is one of the first things I do whenever I get a scam email is I look at the way the email address actually looks. Look at how it looks after the @ sign. If it doesn't say @walmart.com, it ain't from Walmart.
And then it says admin with a weird name, YIVQ2. No, you're never going to see an odd.
You just saved me because I would have clicked on that and thought that I was.
But how do you? So you can block this this email address so that it can never email you again.
I agree,
You can
Crystal.
report
I
it,
completely agree.
and you can report it as spam, and then you can block it so they can't keep coming to you.
Report spam right here. See,
report them as spam, and then block that email address so it can't ever hit you again.
And that's a done deal. And then there's other ones though. This car
that has been our tech tip for the day. Let's save the other ones for next week so we can have a tech tip every week.
Yeah.
Right? That was our tech tip of the day. I'm hoping Wappy comes back so that we can have
here's a claim review.
Musician.
I don't have any claim reviews going on. So this
Crystal's right. That has nothing to do with KAF. I'm glad she's calling us out. We can talk about it again, and we could talk about the absence of Andy Dick. And I always look forward to Andy Dick on the show, and he wasn't on the show today. And I'm wondering if he called in.
Well, Elisa's dating, and Andy's gone. But Valentine's Day is still around, and they were supposed to get married last year on Valentine's Day, so maybe he'll be back by then.
Oh, thank you, Crystal.
So our goal is for him to be back by February the 13th.
Oh, come on. He's a man's man. He's never going to be with Elisa.
I don't even care if he's with her or not. When he comes on the show, he's fucking dynamite. The content's amazing. Even just him being bored and being like,
I like
Andy Dick.
I like Andy on the show. I'm going to meet Andy when I get to California.
But can we talk about how sad it was last week when Andy logged in and then we immediately saw a naked Lucas in the background?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice he was naked.
Yeah. Yeah. Shirtless Lucas was sitting on the bed as Andy was leaving the room.
Yeah, and he was bent over looking at the screen. That's a position in life.
Well, Andy's so good on the show that even if he has 7 boyfriends, I hope he still calls in. Because Lisa loves him, even if she's not dating him. She just he makes her smile like nobody else does.
Well, Andy's a fun guy, though.
Yeah, he really is. Andy's
he didn't. Let's talk about that, Stanley. It's true. He went on I watched that episode. He didn't mention Elisa once, even though he was supposed to bring her on the show. He brought other people in that he was dying to get in there. And Adam's like, no, you can't bring those people in. And then he's like, who are you dating right now? And he's like, well, I'm dating several people. And he was just talking about all the boys he was dating.
Right. I don't like everything about Andy, but there's a lot of fun surrounding Andy.
Yeah,
so it's like anybody. You're not going to like everything about anybody. So you just pick out the best things and why not roll with that? You know?
Yeah, no, I like him for the show. I don't like him for Elisa. I think he would be a horrible, horrible husband for Elisa.
I win the lottery. I'm moving Elisa into a new house.
Bob, you better be on your best behavior. She's going to remember every little thing you did if you guys end up dating. You know that, right?
That's
She'll make all kinds of parody videos. I actually love her parody videos. I love when she makes a song.
Me too.
I really admire the way she handles her
I am willing to trim up for her, so.
Yeah. I mean, you did go trim up for her. I mean, really, you have stepped up to the plate to create your own content for Kermit and Friends on more than one occasion.
You know, I got people here on Drunken Peasants telling me, like this one dude's telling me, Bob, I swear to God, I saw your D pic and I haven't been able to sleep right since. I didn't know, right? And I thought, okay, this is one of super chat friends.
Did you see his
right? My first thought, and then I'm like, well, when you're looking at my pics, or you wake up and you just stick your thumb in your mouth and go back to sleep, you'll be happy. And then he goes, oh no, Bob, it's just the opposite. I said, what do you mean the opposite? He said, I'm the guy that could pass the Trump Bob butthole test or challenge, but I'm too scared to. And I said, oh, okay. So why are you having nightmares over that? And he said, I don't know. I just visions of it right in my face. And
Crystal, will you please come up? Please, you never come on my wrap-up show. It makes me real sad. I'd love to see you fight with Bob right now.
Yeah, and it was I'm getting a lot of people though around the internet now. There's more and more people seeing it, and I'm getting a lot of comments, good and bad. I mean, so it's interesting. Like some guys, some girls, but you
shared it. You shared all of it, Bob.
It's not.
And they told you to go trim it and clean it up, and you jumped up and trimmed it and cleaned it up.
Bob's dick's probably about 4 inches flaccid, but like 4 inches wide too.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's like a square. He's got like a square penis with just like a head on it. And then I would hate to see it hard because I don't know if he's a grower or shower, but I don't want to see that.
I think he's a grower.
But what he did do, yeah, let's hope. What he did do though is he shaved the goods for the ladies because the ladies were saying, "Hey, it's a little bushy. It looks like we would get lost down there." And then he said, "Oh, really? I'll be back in 30 minutes." He went, took a shower, shaved his pubes all the way down, came back, and it wasn't bare skin, just enough, a tasteful amount. And
very
the
tasteful.
The presentation was impeccable. I'm not a penis fan, but it was an impeccable presentation of a penis.
I mean, everybody's really impressed. That he got. I'm pretty sure he got a 10 from Elisa.
Yeah, he did, and he had multiple angles. For a while, his name was Elisa Loves My Cock was his name for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if this doesn't make Bob more of a legend than Bob already was, nothing will. Nothing will.
Thank you, Crystal.
I
know you're the OG.
I've never shown my junk ever before, but I got to thinking about it. So, Elisa's been in Playboy magazine, and she's hot.
She's smoking hot.
And a lot of guys are, for whatever reason, they don't want to show their stuff. Whatever is going on with them, they don't want to show it.
I wasn't afraid. Hey, Bruce, I've noticed you're not flirting with Charmin as much. Do you have cold feet? Are you starting to get scared?
No, I don't have cold feet. I've said, I've told her.
And
I mean, she's beautiful. She's classy.
Very classy.
She's been honest.
If you do, we don't
feel like it. I feel like I like this situation so much more than the brain situation.
Well, and it's really impressive too because Bruce was smart enough to find me outside of Discord in the real world. So that was kind of nice too. And whenever things got crazy in Discord, we just would pop over to the real world and have a conversation where I would fill him in on some of the chaos that's taken place in this community over the last couple of months. And then as he's had bad things happen to him, we've been able to have, a real conversation about what's going on in his life and what's really taken place with some of the backstories in this community. And I feel bad for this man. Goodness, did he step into a pile of mess and he's still here fighting. And that's impressive. I'm proud of him. And I'm grateful that he showed up.
I'm glad to see Harry's over this his COVID, and I'm looking forward to some more of his how-to videos.
Yeah, Harry does great miniature work. Wappy, you want to play us a song after this?
I want to see Harry put something together just for Kermit and Friends to come live with something like.
That'd be really cool.
Something cool, like how to do
this Weezy.
Or whatever.
So I will say that the one thing about Charmin is, man, she's been like straight up so nice. When I talked to her, like when I first came in, they didn't want me to talk to her, obviously. So that tells me, like, if somebody's telling me that, I'm wanting to go talk to him. You know what I mean?
Why would they do that? If you love Charmin, why would you block her from talking to another guy like that?
Doesn't make sense, does it?
Right. And she's not a bitch. She's not a cunt. I mean, I get it. You know, like your mama, you know, your mom should not talk that way to women. That's why Brain is never going to have a real relationship. He's never going to be married, and he's never going to have any kids.
Wappy, do you want to play a song for us?
Oh yeah, I can. I'm thinking like because it happened like mid-show, so we definitely figured out it was on my end, right?
Yeah.
We do that song.
Now I did.
Yeah, you've been doing good now, man.
After the glitch, right? And I found out it wasn't like necessarily happening when I recorded a video on OBS, but I changed this one setting because I was trying to save like resources, and I'm using Microsoft Edge with my StreamYard, right? And what I did is I went and I clicked performance. I could test it again and see if it gets like fucked up. And I went to performance and I switched on this efficiency mode. I think what that did is cause some type of like issue with that.
Buffering, yeah. It sounded like it was like a buffering issue.
Yeah, I could always switch it back on, but I don't know if that would cause me to.
No, don't. Let's not mess with it. I would love for you to play a song right now if you're ready to play a song for us right now. Just give us a little break. I could
play the song that I was gonna play, right?
Okay, cool, awesome.
All right, let's do it.
All right, hold on.
Come give me a hug.
Let me know if it goes fast forward on you.
Sure, I'll go. All
right. Let's get the sunglasses on.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. I've been fitting to blast you. Bust a whole clip in your ass, I'm a bastard. Make your mama cry, put that ass in a casket. Hit you with a Glock, turn you into a has-been. Laying out stupid motherfuckers pressing me. Hit you with the Glock and Smith & Wesson, blessing be. When you fuck around with me, you catching all this heat. See you in the street, you know it's on me. Yeah, I'm up in the cut, yeah, I got shooters beat. When you fuck with me, I come with red eye beams. Yeah, I'm fucking you up, yeah, I pollute a bee. See you in the street, you know it's on me. I'm an asshole, I've been fitting to blast you. Bust a whole clip in your ass, I'm a bastard. Make your mama cry, put that ass in a casket. Hit you with a Glock, turn you into a has-been. I've been fitting to blast you. Bust a whole clip in your ass, I'm a bastard. Make your mama cry, put that ass in a casket. Hit you with a Glock, turn you into a has-been. I'm an asshole. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, I think the glitch was I should try it. I should try to see if it glitches. Let me change the setting.
Hey, thanks, man.
And I'll see if it glitches, and I'll change it back.
Can you make me echo? I want to echo when I say K vortex, 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 vortex.
All right, tell me if it starts to glitch out. Okay, ready? Is it starting to go squirrely? It's squirrely, right? It went. All right. So that was it. Never change the settings in performance to efficiency mode because that will cause squirrely audio. All right. Now is it back to normal?
Yes.
Is it normal now?
Echoing a lot, but it's back to normal.
Echo.
The echo's normal. Wait, hold on. Let me turn the echo off. Is it back to normal?
Yep.
Yes.
echo. Okay, good. So it was that. So yeah, if you're using Microsoft Edge browser in conjunction with StreamYard, you're going to have audio issues. We just discovered that if you mess with the performance and you turn efficiency mode on. Because you would think, right, I'm trying to save CPU. Yeah, so we figured that out. All right, I'll never do that again. I scummed myself earlier.
That song, though. That was great.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's like an
was
unreleased
that
song
for Brain? Because it's called Asshole, and Brain was an asshole today.
Wappy is an asshole.
Definitely.
Asshole. Wappy is an asshole. 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 Whee!
Bob heard the word asshole and he immediately started smiling.
Usually Super Tramp hears the word asshole and starts smiling, so.
Right?
Usually says butthole, though.
So freaking tight. I would not challenge him in a trusted by butthole challenge.
Wow.
Bob, you had a hemorrhoid when I saw your butthole.
Huh?
Did Bob have a hemorrhoid?
Oh, my.
No, I got a mole down there. It's a little mole. It's a little love spot.
Crystal, can I ask why you saw Bob's butthole?
I had no choice in the matter. I'm not happy about it. I've gone to therapy now for 3 weeks over this thing.
I've heard Bob say he really likes your butt. Was it like?
Well, I've shaved it down there since, and I will retake a new picture for you if that'll help you.
No.
That way you can have a nice clean butt to look at.
You don't want a new freshly shaved butthole to look at, Crystal? Are you good?
I'm recovering from the last
Poor
one.
Wappy.
You're still not over the last one?
Pecker pick, right? It was much better, wasn't it?
Wappy, did you hear that Bob showed his dick to everybody in Discord this week?
What happened?
Bob showed his penis to everybody in Discord. A very flaccid version of his penis from multiple angles.
Oh my God.
Good average, cute, beautiful.
I have a theory, Bob, and I want to run it by you. Did you set Erica up, because it's an easy target, obviously, because you knew that she would cyber with you? Did you set Erica up so you could get those pictures, and then you could have this content for Elisa on the show?
Oh, no, absolutely not. That did not take place.
I think she has that's a pretty good point, that it would have been very easy to manipulate that situation. But you just wanted to see her suck her titty.
People would come up with that illusion or that.
But you just wanted to see some titty sucking, right? Yeah, I thought so.
He released them the way he released it, the way the whole thing went down was too
organized,
too convenient. So
the reason I posted those pictures was because
don't you dare say to defend Charmin, because with Charmin here,
from all of these drunks, because she wants to quit drinking or heavily cut down.
So you post pictures of her and where she's going to be shamed like fucking nobody's business. Like she was so shamed for those pictures.
You know how many guys have hit on her since I posted those pictures? Are you kidding? She should be thanking me.
I think there is a setup.
She was shamed as a result of you posting those pictures.
Somebody's at my house.
She's got more guys calling her that tried to shame her.
She had John Taylor call her. That's bad.
Did you hear what she did with John Taylor?
Yeah, and look at it this way. If I hadn't posted that, we wouldn't know about John Taylor's issue of, jerking the beef out back in the barn.
But Crystal, just can I ask you, have you ever, because there's been a lot of stuff take place with Erica since she got into this community at the end of October. And you've been around YouTube for a long time. My only real experience with YouTube communities is with Kermit and Friends. Have you ever seen a woman behave like this before?
I haven't.
And all the trolls that you have ever seen, and all the addicts. I mean,
I have never met a woman on the
Have you
internet
ever
to expose
seen a
herself
woman
to men without ever being asked?
She never even talked to me. She sent me a titty pic before ever talking to me.
Obviously, I don't want to speak badly about her. I do like the girl. I think that she's.
After today, I love her.
She's got problems just like the rest of us. There was a period of time where I fucking tweeted out my boobs on. Well, I was being challenged. Someone was saying that they're fake, and so I tweeted out a picture of my boobs. And I've done it too.
Cool.
I think that when we're
feeling
insecure.
Pull up that tweet. What's the music?
Where's the music coming from?
Whose music?
Oh, it was Wappy.
He's testing. You can just continue to talk.
I'm going to mute him just for a second.
Yeah, let's mute him.
Wappy, now's not the time to test your audio equipment.
I thought it was me. I thought I was fucking up. I'm like, what?
Like, you know, and I dislike Erica. She literally,
that's
she literally
just like Erica. I think she's just a dickly love bunny. She loves the dickly, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with that either. But she literally walked in the door as AW was walking out, and she's been a pain in my side since she showed up.
Bob never shuts up.
Bob, you can't talk over people.
Yeah, so I don't like her. She literally walked into Discord as AW was walking out, and as soon as Brain announced his interest towards me, she dropped those tit pics, and it's been a love triangle from hell ever since. And I told him repeatedly when we were speaking before, I didn't like her, I didn't trust her, I thought it was a setup, and it didn't feel normal to me for a woman to behave this way. And it still doesn't feel normal to me to watch a woman behave the way she continues to behave. And they're on stream, right? Brian and Erica are, if it hadn't have been for Leaf recording Brian's stream on January the 20th and me hearing his noises while he is clearly masturbating with her on stream, she's on speakerphone and he's talking about how he's going to fuck some girl up. I'm pretty sure that was me. If it hadn't have been for Leaf catching that and posting it, I'd still be talking to Brain, believing the bullshit lies he's telling me. And I'm so tired of being played by those two for whatever their sick purpose is. The false accusations.
Bob is working hard right now. Look at his face. Look what he's typing.
He's up to something. Bob's always up to something.
We can see what he's typing. It's right here.
He's all
concentrating. He's like, oh, it's very important. Does anybody have Kay's boobs pics?
The Erica and Brain thing is.
Here's his email.
If it's just for content, bad content.
Let me just say, I just want to speak on something. I know that Brain is really hard to. It's really hard to take anything that Brain says seriously.
Johnny B.
And the last time he had a cast or he was streaming, they were fighting or whatever. I actually went on. And I always know when Brain and Erica are not getting along because Brain is like super savage towards me.
Oh.
But only if I'm in the chat. When he pulls me up, when he pulls me up on cam, which is hilarious because as soon as I'm like, give me the link, I'm gonna come on. He'll be like, oh great, I'm gonna have this fucking ugly pig on my show. I'm supposed to be happy, and then he'll like pop the link down there, and then I'll get up and his entire disposition changes and he's no longer hateful towards me. The last time I was on his stream, he started crying and admitted, and I recorded it, by the way. I'm not gonna lie because I know it's gonna come up again where he's gonna be savage again, talking about how ugly I am and how he hates me and I'm gross and vile, a whore, blah blah. And I'm going to have this video on cue ready to go where he's crying saying, yeah, but I like you, I think that you're great, But so I know that Brain's really hard to take seriously because he goes back and forth on everything so much. However, I do know Brain, and I know Brain on a personal level as in terms of like I've met him in real life. So I know that the person he is in real life when there's no cameras on him and when, just normal Brain. Brain's a highly insecure person. And I said this on his stream as well. He puts this mask out, or he plays this character that he knows no one's gonna like because he figures that no one's gonna like him, the real him. But if they don't like this person, it's not gonna really hurt him that bad because it's just a character, and he knows it's not really him. So there's no rejection there for him because rejection is Brain's kryptonite. Now. We've all rejected Brain. I'm one who has rejected Brain. Ava, Lori Bolton is one who has rejected Brain.
What do you think?
And so there's and Brain keeps these crushes on these women. He just goes from woman to woman, and it's hard to take him seriously. But I can say this, and Brain's gonna kill me, and he's gonna hate me, and he's gonna send Jack and his PIs after me. Fucking been there, done that. We've already played that game, but. Charmin, it was not a setup. Him and Erica, at least in the very beginning. No, don't put me on the big fucking screen. What are you doing, Wheezy? Get me
I
out.
thought I was ready for the news.
Ah! I must have fucking pee myself.
Oh no!
How do you get rejected by Lori Bolt?
Yeah, do it. No.
The horrible for her.
How do you ever not get rejected? I'm just kidding.
What are you scared of?
So
I've never been rejected.
I can tell you honestly, and Sharon, I wouldn't lie to you about it. I wouldn't lie to you. I have no reason to lie. I have no dog in this fight. That was not a setup. Brain's feelings for you were 100% real. What happened was the second you put out there that you had this fear that it was a setup.
About to call you on that.
The fear of the setup came from him. He's the one who said it was a setup. That's where the setup came from.
Okay, well, regardless, it doesn't even matter where it came from, but I just want to say, I want to bring to your attention, you went into that relationship thinking that Erica was somebody else.
And I went into that relationship before Erica came on the scene.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you're right.
I was in that relationship before Erica ever showed up and dropped her tit pics, and he went running to her like he'd never seen a pair of boobs before.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah,
I misspoke.
No,
I get it. I get it.
This has been a game for these two, just to humiliate me and terrorize me.
No, he's just a character, and he thinks all women are toys.
No, but Bob, it can be traumatic though. Dealing with Brain can absolutely be traumatic. Believe me, I know.
When he told me to contact you and ask about the PIs and ask what would happen to me, and he told me to contact you because of the shit he'd done to me, I was like, oh, Crystal, what did he do to you? Right. And so I have learned
I was like, well, I don't really want to get involved in this because I don't want to have that wrath come back down on me.
No.
Now I just don't care. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I know Brain and I know who he really is and I know the reasons behind why he does what he does. So I just give him carte blanche. I'm just like, whatever. If it means that you're not going to go and you're not going to attack Charmin, and it means that you're not going to go and you're not going to attack Erica, if you attacking me can make that happen, then I'll go ahead and I'll take it and I'll forgive you for it. So that's pretty much like that's what I've said to him. Attack me all you want, Brady. I don't care.
And you made a really good point. You made a really good point at the beginning of this conversation today that whenever Brain and Erica are actually fighting, he's really savage. So this week when Erica was dating Jack and she was dating Jim and she had left Brain for Jack and Jim and Brain wasn't losing it, I knew it was a game. Right. Yesterday, when he was saying that Jack and Jim had set Erica up so that they could get proof that she was working with AW and he was so calm, I knew it was a setup. He's just playing games. And when he legitimately is fighting with her, he's brutal. He's horrible. He's vicious. And the fact that he continued to say how much he loved her, no matter what else is going on, the fact that he's okay with her cybering with John.
That's so weird.
I don't trust anything that he ever did with me. I think it was all a lie and a trick. Well, and when he started saying that he had recorded us together and he was going to release it,
he would have released it already. So what I'm saying is that's actually a really good point. I can tell you that he did not. I'd be very shocked if it came out, if he released the recordings of you guys, because that's not something that Brain would typically do, because that's not the kind of person that Brain typically is. That's the character he puts out, but that's not who he really is. So I think you would agree that if he had any kind of recordings like that, they would have been put out.
Well, he has shared pictures of me with Erica, and he has shared information that as private conversations between he and I that have come up out of Kelly Taylor's mouth. So nothing that you say to Brain is secret or stays in private. And he has gone on to several different streams talking about our cyber together, making it way more creative than it actually was. And then I've literally had guys come into my DMs within 5 minutes of his stupid stories, and I'm tired of it.
Sorry, I did that. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. So, it wasn't you, Weezy. You're not a problem, right? Like, you're never showing up in my DMs doing anything inappropriate. I've had to come to you in your DMs and tell you stuff that I think's about to happen, so you can be prepared. Right? Like,
it is a war zone out there, and today I will say this because I want to wrap it up. I want to have Wappy play us out. Yes. And thank you guys, everybody, for coming up. Especially you, Crystal, because I know you don't want to.
I love you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
But what I will say about today is that it's good closure to have the fact that you can stand firm now, Charmaine, and say, I don't want to have anything to do with Brain. You stood firm today and you said that for all to hear. Mm-hmm. So that's a good stance, and I completely support you. Obviously, he's not allowed on the show. When you're on my show, he's not allowed on it. I do not hate Brain, but I completely understand where you're coming from. And if people want to call me a cuck and tell me that I'm emasculated for that, so fucking be it. You're my co-host.
Brain the pain.
You're here just as important as I am. You're more important than I am on this show. You're my complete support system. So I just want that to be out there. And that's it. That's what I have to say about it.
I call him Brain the Pain.
Yeah, he does bring the pain. He really does.
He caused me a lot of pain for sure.
Thank you, Danny.
You know?
Danny's always welcome on the show too. Yeah. Okay, well, we are going to close it with Wappy. Thank you guys very much.
I wanted to ask Bruce a question.
Well, ask him. Yeah, he's not up here. But Wappy, thank you again for playing Wappy. And we lost our regular musicians, so you're more than welcome to be our regular musician.
Hopefully she comes back.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
No friendly faces here, no feeling safe when you're hanging on the edge of death. Yeah, she knows there's nothing left. So many people kill, won't make it standing still. She's got a one-way ticket and she's leaving today. And she's got nothing to say. She's gonna do it. She wants to fly away to a place that's safe. She'll live her days far away from the pain. She wants to fly away to a place that's safe. She'll live her days far away from the pain. No friendly faces here, no feeling safe when you're hanging on the edge of death. Yeah, she knows there's nothing left. So many people kill, won't make it standing still. She's gonna do it. She wants to fly away to a place that's safe. She'll live her days far away from the pain. She wants to fly away to a place that's safe. She'll live her days far away from the pain. She wants to fly away to a place that's safe. She'll live her days far away from the pain. She'll live her days far away from the pain. She'll live her days far away from the pain.
The problem I have with Wheezy is what kind of mind would think that I want to fuck my goddaughter?
I could answer.
And I'm not asking for your answer. This is my turn to
Everybody
talk.
told me that. I didn't come up with that on my own. Everybody told me that.
So you just...
Then I heard what you said, and you said, my daughter has a nice ass. So I inferred what that could mean.
No. What's...
Hold on now. Did you say that your daughter has a nice ass or whatever for him?
Yes, he did. It's on screen, him saying it. Okay, what did you say, John? Spin your way out of this one.
There is no spin. What they did, BK took a picture of her off her Facebook page. What they said was she looks like Jennifer Lopez. And I said she looks a lot better than Jennifer Lopez. And out of this, I guess...
It wasn't better. You guys were talking about her butt.
Wheezy...
You were talking about her butt.
No. Liar. Go away. Shut up.
Hey, wait. So, in all honesty, though, rate that ass between 1 and 10.
10.
So, is 10. BK a fucking...
Why does that look like Jennifer Lopez baking in the sun?
That is a nice booty, right, Core?
That looks better than Jennifer Lopez baking in the sun.
That's gross. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.